Hello, my name is Jonathan Pilkington, and this is the Luxury All-Inclusive Travel Podcast. In this episode, I'm talking with Corby Cook about Unico Resorts. The original one is in the Cancun area near Tulum, and I visited it for the first time a few months ago, and I absolutely loved it. My chat with Corby will give you an overview of what is great at this resort, what it has to offer, as well as news on 2 new resorts that they are building. One is already open in Puerto Vallarta, and the other one will be in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I hope you'll enjoy our conversation and that it inspires you to contact me about booking a stay at Unico or another resort, perhaps. My website is pilkingtontravels.com, and my email address is jonathan@pilkingtontravels.com. Please like and subscribe the podcast, and if you are listening to an audio version, just know that you can also view it on YouTube. Thanks for listening or watching, and I hope you enjoy. So hello, I am talking with Corby Cook. Hello, Corby.
Hi.
So Corby actually lives in Atlanta, which is handy, but we're doing this over Zoom because it's easier to record. As I say on every podcast episode, the relationships in the travel industry are so important and fun. So Corby and I met on my first FAM trip or familiarization trip, which was to LeBlanc Los Cabos, which is one of my favorite resorts. I think maybe one of yours secretly too.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
a great property.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I will talk about that on another episode. Um, so at the time, Corby was an agency owner, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And several of your advisors were on that fam, and it was fun to meet all of them. And I'm still friends with oh
Heather.
gosh, Heather, yes. Yes. Um, yeah, anyway, do you want to say a little about yourself?
Sure.
Your
So, as you mentioned, I'm Corby Cook. I used to own a travel agency for 10 years. I was an advisor before that. So I've been in the industry for 14 years before I came on the other side. They call it the dark side of the industry. So I'm now a sales representative for AIC Luxury Hotels. So I represent the Nobu Hotels in Los Cabos, Miami Beach, and Chicago, as well as the Unico Hotel Collection and Eden Rock in Miami. So,
Yes.
and I have the Southeast Territory, so I travel around. I'm never home.
Right. Yeah, and so we're specifically here to talk about Unico.
Yes,
Um,
my fave.
yes. And yeah, so that's a good opportunity for you to tell your love story of how you fell in love with the resort.
Okay, yes, I'm a huge fan of Unico, like, genuinely, and, like, how proud I am, to represent a brand that I genuinely love. So I, went to Unico 2087 Riviera Maya in 2019. And I set foot in the lobby and I smelled that amazing fragrance that it has when you walk in, and I just immediately felt at home. So there was just something about it that was just so comforting to me. And I didn't want to leave. So,
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, I think I shed a little tear when I was leaving in the transfer. But I also, weirdly enough, kept the hotel key, the card, in my wallet for years. So, I don't know why, but I always say I was manifesting before I knew what manifestation was, and here I am now representing the brand, so obviously it worked.
Yes, great. Um, no, I love it. And so my first trip to Unico, I actually heard about it on our trip to LeBlanc
Okay.
in Los Cabos, and everyone was talking about it. Oh, have you been to Unico? And like, no, I hadn't. Um, so then my first trip was this past summer, which was Corby's first time hosting a group of people.
Yes.
And it was super fun. I also fell in love with the resort. This is it. Um, which I love this picture because it shows you the entirety of the resort.
Right.
And how great the pools are. I'm gonna get out of the way for a second. Um, and just the shape of it is very convenient.
Oh, yeah. You can get from point A to point B in, like, less than 5 minutes.
Right.
Super easy
Um,
to navigate.
yeah. Um, and I mean, I guess, yeah, so there's a bunch of pools. It also along every building is swim up rooms, which you can
Correct.
see right there. Um, and yeah. So anyway, that's just to say that I really enjoyed the resort. Um, So let's talk about what we love about
Sure.
Unico. Yeah,
What's not to love?
right. Pretty much. Um, so yeah. So first of all, it's a beautiful property. That's the. I'll put some pictures of rooms and things in the podcast for YouTube. Um,
And
yeah.
the whole concept is I don't mean to interrupt you at all,
Yes, please.
but it's Unico 2087, so it's the latitude and longitude line of where it's located, and so everything's gonna have, like, that very, Tulum-y kind of boho chic vibe about it. It's a stunning property. All the decor, the cuisine, the artwork is all gonna be from that particular region, and so we also have some other Unico properties that have just popped up or coming down the pipeline. We're
Yes.
exciting, and each one's going to be individually, it's gonna be based on that particular destination. Each one's gonna be unique, which is what Unico stands for. So,
Yeah, I didn't know that until yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So the location, speaking of that, so it's
Yes.
is it 45 or
It's
so
about
minutes?
45 minutes away, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the traffic,
Yeah,
honestly. That's from the Cancun International Airport.
right.
Um, it is a little bit closer to Tulum Airport, which is brand new, but logistically, it's gonna take you about the same amount of time to get to, so whichever one works for you.
Yeah, so we can check flights to see if flights are
Correct.
cheaper or something, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
And
so
it's
the
located, in Riviera Maya, like,
right.
it's got wildlife, you're gonna see, like, iguanas, coatis, there's really nothing around it, like, nothing very close by, so you're very much in a jungle-like setting, which is really cool.
It is nice. I mean, it's nice to stay 5 minutes from the airport, but it's also nice to feel like you're in a whole new, destination.
Exactly, near so many amazing things to do, which makes it really, special.
Yeah. And what are your favorite things to do nearby?
I love to do what we did when we went to the cenote. I thought that was really fun. So,
Yes.
I mean, cenotes are really cool, and there's so many different ones, but there's some that are literally like 15 minutes away from the property. So that's something I think that is definitely a must do when you are visiting Riviera Maya. There's ruins. They have the Mexican ruins that are not too far. We have Tulum. We also have Coba, which isn't that far away. I have gone searching for monkeys in the in the jungle, which is super cool. I love that. We got to see like howler monkeys and spider monkeys. That was something that I've always wanted to do for whatever weird reason. And then I've had like lunch with a local in their home in the Mayan jungle. So that's really cool. It was a very cool experience. Very eye-opening, and it was very authentic and, amazing. One of my favorite things that I've done actually there.
Yeah.
I've gone zip lining, I've gone kayaking, in, like, a crystal clear lagoon. There's just so much to do, that really make it special and unique.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that too, that people don't think about going to Cancun for a cultural experience, but,
Right,
um, just the resort itself can be a cultural experience. But
right.
then also within 15 minutes to an hour away, there's much more too.
Exactly. I always would encourage people to get off site and experience, what's around there locally. And whenever I was an advisor and my clients would always come back and they would say, that was the highlight of my trip. So yes, it's definitely something that I would recommend for sure.
Yes, me too. Um, okay. What about food? Let's start.
Dude, where do we get
Yes.
started on this? So
Yes.
Unico, even though it's an all-inclusive, some all-inclusives have a reputation for having not so great food, but that is where Unico really shines. The food is absolutely spectacular. So I've been there so many times and I have never had a bad meal, honestly.
Yeah.
We have, different restaurants on site and they're a la carte. So we have a Mexican themed restaurant, we have a Japanese themed restaurant, we have a new French restaurant that's beautiful that just opened, and we have did I say Italian? I don't think I said
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
So, and then we have Unico 2087 Grill. That's open for a breakfast buffet. That's the only buffet that's on site, and everything else is going to be a la carte. It's a la carte for lunch and dinner. So, the food is spectacular. And of course, you're not going to go hungry. There's going to be, you can get room service if you want 24/7. There's also Inez Cafe, which if you want to just grab a little bite to eat, a little snack, gourmet coffee, and um, they'll even box up a lunch before you go to the airport if you would like with whatever you would like. So, yeah, the options are endless, but very good.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's though if didn't enjoy it already, that's the main reason I go to resorts is to check out the food because you can't figure that out online. Uh,
Exactly.
or I don't trust anyone's reviews either. So
Right.
yeah, it was wonderful. Um,
What was your favorite?
I think our Superbia meal, which is
Ah,
something to
yes,
discuss.
yes.
Um, so that happens sort of in the off season. Is that
Correct.
part of the reason? Yeah,
It's summer. Yes,
yeah,
that's why it was created,
yeah.
because obviously kids are out of school typically, and so a lot of adults aren't traveling, to go to adults only all-inclusives at that time of the year.
Right.
So they created, Superbia Summer, and basically we have a chef that comes in and takes over Cueva Siete, which is the Mexican, restaurant on site, and so for 1 week, they will take over, and the chefs can be, like, Michelin rated, Michelin star rated, sorry, they're usually, from a particular region in Mexico, a different region each week that changes. And they take over, and it was like what, like a 5-course meal. And it was incredible. And I think that was the night that we had like the musicians playing in the background. It was like such a great ambiance. And but they also will have like a DJ that comes in, that they'll do pool parties, which is a lot of fun. We do pool parties year round, but they also do them during summer Superbia. And, they have a, artist that comes in with an exhibit, and that changes again each week. So, and all the activities that they have with that is all included, with the cost of, staying at the resort. So there's no additional cost, which is nice.
It really is. It was that chef was very impressive. I think he was from Mexico City, and
Yes.
I think I remember reading that did have a Michelin
I think
star
so.
recognition or something. Yeah, and he came out to talk to us, which was so nice.
Right.
Yeah, it was a really nice perk. Um, and seeing the artwork was great. It was like it being in a gallery in the outside the lobby area. And
Right.
yeah, I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
That's
Um,
and I
yeah,
did back-to-back FAMs, that time, and
yes,
it was fun for me to see, like, the switchover, you know what I'm saying? Because I got
right.
to have the chef 1 week, and then the next following week, I got to experience a whole new chef and the art
Right.
and all the things, so, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so you also mentioned when we were talking, a wellness week, right?
Yes, we also have Aura, which is kind of a new event that we started.
Okay.
It was started a couple years ago, and it's all health and wellness focused. So we have influencers that come in. It's for a week in April, I believe, early
Okay.
April, and it they have classes like sound healing, yoga, meditation. They also will have classes on like skincare and like cooking classes. And again, everything's all included. So
Yeah,
effortless. I haven't been to that one yet, so I need to add that to my list.
me too. That's right up my alley. I love
Yeah, I know.
all that
I
stuff.
saw you on in the pool with the yoga. What was it? The floating yoga class that you did?
Yes,
Yeah.
stand-up paddleboard yoga.
Yeah, no, there's no way I could do that. I would be in the water, but I was very impressed.
Oh, it's difficult. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that kind of brings up pools and activities.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so there are many pools as we've kind of discussed, but you talk about the
There's
yeah,
Sure, there's something for everybody. So
right.
if when you exit out of the lobby, that first pool that you see there over your left shoulder, yep, there you go. That's going to be La Musica, and so they play music at that pool. So it's It's kind of like got a vibe to it, but it's not, too crazy. And then we have the 2087 pool down that's further by the one that's closer to the beach there, and
Hmm.
that one has a swim up bar, and that's where the action is typically. That's where they're gonna have the pool parties. They have them a couple times a week, where they'll bring out some fun, like, unicorn or, flamingo, like, floats, so they'll have a DJ that comes out and plays music. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes we'll have people going around with carts with, like, popsicles or shots or whatnot, but it's not done in a tacky, cheesy way. Like, it's
No.
really tastefully done, and it's a I always love pool party days. And then if that's not your thing, then there's also a quiet pool that you can't see in this, particular,
Right.
shot, but there is a quiet pool that is tucked away over to the right there that you really wouldn't know is there unless you stumble upon it, and they don't have any music or anything. They do have a swim-up bar over there, and they do have a hot tub, but it's very quiet, and I always say they take their quiet pool very seriously over there. If you get a little too rowdy, you might get some looks, so
Yes. I do think it's important to say that, even though there are pool parties and all these activities, it's not a party resort exactly.
no, not at all. It's a very
Yeah.
social resort,
Yeah.
that's how I would describe Unico.
Hmm.
I feel like you're always making vacation friends when you're there, but not in, like, a weird way. I feel like, you'll go into, Bar Balam right off of the lobby, and you'll see people playing games like checkers or, board games or whatnot, and, then over at the swim up bars, people are always, like, chatting, and you make friends, and, people are like, "Oh, where are you from?" And, I know when we were there, not the last time I was there, like, we met people that were in the same area that we lived in, and, it's a really good time. I don't recall any other resort that I have stayed at that has the type of social vibe that Unico does, and I think that's what makes it, so special and unique. So, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, it is a really nice vibe. Um,
Mhm.
it feels luxurious. That's why I
Right.
am including it on this podcast.
Right.
And but it's not at all stuffy. It's very chill.
Right.
Yeah.
Very chill, barefoot luxury.
Hmm.
Yes, but fun vibe.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. Okay.
And
Um,
that's hard to find. Like, it's hard to find a luxury
yes.
property that has a fun vibe to it. A lot of times it's quiet, reserved, and whatnot, but this one is different. So
Yeah, it's a really nice balance.
mhm.
Um, okay. Oh wait, I skipped over the idea of luxury in Mexico. Like every resort you read about says they're luxury.
Right.
Which is not true. Um, so we have to like carefully find those ourselves as travel advisors. Um, but what I love about Mexico is the value you get.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Um,
Can't be
you
beat.
what'd you say?
It
Can't
can't
be
be
beat.
beat.
Yeah, right. Like you can go to Florida and pay the same amount per night and get nothing. Maybe you might get breakfast. You might not.
Mhm.
Or pay more. And if you just take an hour and a half flight from Atlanta or 2 hours, whatever it is,
So
uh,
easy. Yeah.
yeah, um, you can just have, the most amazing experience with the best service, great
Oh
food,
my gosh,
great
the
drinks.
service, the people, the food, it's all incredible, and, Unico is a leading hotels of the world, has that
Right.
recognition, and it's also a AAA 5 diamond, property, so it does have some accolades there, so
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for
yeah.
mentioning that because I didn't know.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Good. Um, okay, so I went to the gym. I'm one of those people.
Yes, one of
Um,
those. I am not.
and it's a very nice gym. That's just a quick mention of that,
Mhm.
because I think there are other people out there. And I believe we all had a spa experience when we were there.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
that's a whole nother conversation. We do
Right.
have a lot of activities on site, like, we have I did the aqua spinning class not that long ago,
Oh.
that's not easy, let me tell you. And then they have, like, aqua aerobics, they have, I think they have, like, yoga, they have different classes that go on, and you could see a list of them when you're on site. And then what was the class that you did? It was the paddleboard, yoga.
Yeah. Stand up paddleboard in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, it's a
Yeah.
lot of, like, health and wellness focused, and like you said, there's a spa on-site, the Essentia Spa, which is fabulous. It has a
Mhm.
hydrotherapy circuit. They have one indoor and outdoor, but the massages I've always had there are fantastic.
Yeah. Mine was. Okay. we've covered a lot. This is good.
Yeah, and a lot of times, if you book certain ways, you might get some credits that will go
Mm,
toward, golf, spa, and, beauty, so you can use that to
right.
spend if you like.
Yes, good point. Um, okay. Well, okay, so we need to talk about the beach.
Okay,
What?
sure.
Yes, and we know we're both very honest.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
so this is the beach on a good day.
Yep.
And it has bad days.
Yes. It's Mexico, and unfortunately, that is one of the things that it's Mother Nature, and it's something that we just cannot control, but when I was there, this is perfect case in point. This was after the fam that we were on. One day, Sargassum City, it's called Sargassum. It's like, I don't even know what it's like a type of what is it, like
Algae?
algae,
Yeah.
something? Yeah, and, so it's a natural beach that we have there. So we don't have we it's like, they have the turtles that come up
Mm,
and lay their eggs or whatnot, so we don't have any kind of, like, netting or whatnot to barrier to keep them out, so, unfortunately, that is why we have sargassum sometimes.
right.
And I was there one day, had sargassum, and then the next day, clear as a bell, like,
Mhm.
crystal clear, not a single drop. So you just never know, but I always tell people that, Unico, it's for people like me. I'm a pool girl, and so I could care less about getting in the beach. I like to see it from afar. It's
Mhm.
beautiful, it's lovely, but I could care less about swimming in it. So,
Yes.
if you like a pool, if that's your vibe, then it's the perfect resort for you. So, but it can be absolutely stunning when it's really pretty. So
Yes.
you never know.
Right. So I think that's a good time to talk about Puerto Vallarta, where you were
Sure.
recently. Because I feel like people are marketing that as a place where you don't have to worry about sargassum.
Right.
Um, and you can still go have a nice all-inclusive experience.
Right, so we just opened Riviera Nayarit, this summer. I was just there a couple weeks ago. It's called Unico 2105 Riviera Nayarit. It is a complete opposite, experience in that Unico is very secluded, like, if there's nothing around it.
Mm,
In the Riviera Nayarit property, it's a high-rise building. It's a boutique property. It's only 141 rooms. So that's, different again from Unico's like 400 some odd rooms. But you have all the different buildings in the city kind of all around you in Riviera Nayarit. The beach is absolutely stunning. So
mm,
it's the Pacific Ocean. The sand is dark, but you can swim in it. It's beautiful. We went for long walks on the beach, and you can see, like, the mountains in the background, and
mm.
it's really lovely, and you're passing by all these, like, locals, and they're, like, a lot of fishermen, and they're very friendly, and just a very authentic experience. So,
Um, okay, yeah.
yeah, but it's the same concept,
Okay.
but you're also gonna have that art rich cuisine decor is gonna be based off of the Riviera Nayarit location. And, like I said, it's more boutique property, has a stunning, rooftop pool, which is where I am right now,
Yes.
obviously. Um, and it has some beautiful so it's a piece of beautiful property, like, the way it's decorated is absolutely lovely, super easy to navigate, obviously, but it has that same kind of social vibe that Unico 2087 has, and it has similar restaurants, like, with the Italian, the Mexican, and the Japanese restaurants, so I fell in love with it, I can't wait to go back.
Okay, yeah, and I can't wait to go myself.
Yes, we gotta get
Um,
you there.
yeah, for sure. How far is it from the airport?
20 minutes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. It's like
That's
you blink and you're there, it's very quick, and it's
okay.
an interesting ride, you're looking at a lot of things, it's like in the city and whatnot,
Oh,
so
nice. Yeah,
it's an
okay.
easy drive.
Yeah. And that area has always, I think, been known as being super safe and friendly to Americans and
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
correct, I would agree with that.
Yeah, okay. Good. Um anything so are the activities and things similar
Exactly the
to
same.
Okay.
Yep. They
Okay.
have pool parties, they have, like, little, entertainment here and there. They have a handful of swim-up rooms, I think there's only, like, 6 or 7 of them. They have some suites on site, but it's a stunning property. So, very similar to Unico 2087, I felt like, but then other things were, like, completely different. So but that's what makes each one unique. And then we also have Montego Bay that's gonna be opening,
Yes.
next year, which is exciting.
That is exciting. Um do you I guess Montego Bay, so that would be near the Montego Bay Airport, right?
Right, just in the Rose Hall area.
Okay. Okay, that was my question. Good.
Yep.
Um Great. Are there any details that you can tell us about that?
I don't know any details myself.
Okay, yeah. But I suppose it'll have a Jamaican vibe.
Yes,
At least
that'll be
Jamaican.
amazing. Hopefully some patties. I love patties.
Yeah.
Um,
Jerk chicken.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but and all of our properties are new builds, which is nice. So,
Yes.
nice and new and fresh. So,
Right, yeah. Um, oh, speaking one back to Riviera Maya for a second. You said Puerto Vallarta is a boutique with 100 and something rooms. How many rooms are here in
I think it's
Riviera
like 440, something around
Maya?
there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
In comparison, that sounds like a lot, but it doesn't feel like a huge resort.
No, it really doesn't at all.
Yeah.
It's so that's one of the things I love the most about Unico is just super easy to navigate. So, you go to some of these properties, you have like a golf cart to get to your, the
Yeah.
restaurant, or, there's all these different buildings that are all scattered around. And if it's raining, you're like, you're in trouble. So it's like Unico is so easy. You can, and actually when it's raining, you can navigate everything through like the interior hallways, which is nice, so you don't get wet.
Yes.
But what I love about it is that it's U-shaped, so all the ground floor rooms are gonna have your swim up rooms, and then your second through the fourth floors are gonna have like your Alcova ocean view rooms, and then we also have the panoramic alto category, which is gonna be ocean front guaranteed top floor. So you're gonna have the best views of the ocean.
Right.
So it's just super easy, and like all like the restaurants are pretty much all in one little spot, which is, and then we have the spa in the fitness center over on the left, and the restaurants are over to the right. So yeah, it's really, really easy.
Yes. Um, great. Okay. Um, so of course, one reason other than educating people about great resorts and cruises and everything is I want them to book trips with me.
Of course, as
So,
you should, because you're
yeah,
amazing.
thank you. Can we talk about the benefits of other than just the personal relationship and I've been there and can talk about it from experience.
Right.
What are
I think
benefits?
everybody should use a travel advisor. And obviously, you are boots on the ground. You are out there educating yourself. You can speak to these properties firsthand, which it says a lot. So you're the expert. And I know you're very honest. So I know that you're going to, take care of your clients and provide honest feedback and match them up with a property that's perfect for them.
Right.
But then they also get your virtuoso advisor, so they get their virtuoso perks, which is nice. Um, and
I'll say what those are. So
okay.
it's early check-in and late checkout if available.
Mhm.
Room upgrade if available once you get to the resort.
Mhm.
And $100 resort credit, and that could be used towards spa or something else potentially.
Correct.
Right.
And I will always like, you will reach out to me whenever you have somebody booked on our property, and I'll make sure that the resort we get in touch with the resort and let them know that they're, expecting this guest and to take good care of them on your
Yeah.
behalf.
Yeah. So it's an easy way to become a VIP is to book
Yes,
with the travel advisor.
exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else you need to tell us?
Um, I can't think of anything. Just you need to come check it out. You need to experience it, firsthand. It's a special property, and I absolutely love it. And I've been so many times, and I'm a true fan. And when I was an advisor, I would book a ton of clients there, and I never had one single complaint at that property. Everyone always came back with rave reviews.
Yeah.
So you need to check it out.
That is a great thing. Yes. And just the quickest mention about the other hotels because I think like the one in Miami is of particular interest to me as a pre-cruise
Yeah,
hotel.
absolutely. So we also have the Nobu hotels that are in Los Cabos, and that's a stunner. We have Chicago and we have Miami Beach. We also have Eden Rock, Miami Beach. And then we have some family-friendly properties that are like the Hard Rock all-inclusive properties and Ava, which is like 10 minutes away from the Cancun airport and
All
has
right.
all
Yes.
things. So there's something for everyone, truly, from luxury to family-friendly, something for everybody.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you. This was
Been
fun.
fun. Yes.
We'll
Good.
have to do this again.
Absolutely. Let's do. All right.
We'll have to get you to Riviera and Nayarit, and then we'll have another conversation.
I am absolutely in. Okay. Thank
So good
you.
seeing you.
You too. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks again for watching or listening. I hope you enjoyed my talk with Corby. In case you're listening as an audio podcast, remember you can see it on YouTube and see all the photos and videos that we might have discussed. Search for the Luxury All-Inclusive Travel Podcast and subscribe there. If Unico sounds like a good fit for you, then please contact me about it. I would love to get you the best rates and perks that are available. Or if you're looking for a different sort of resort, I would be happy to use my expertise to help you choose the perfect fit for you. Please like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Most importantly, please visit my website at pilkingtontravels.com and email me at jonathan@pilkingtontravels.com when you're ready to travel. Thank you.